Hey, good morning, everybody. Rough night last night. I went on a date with a Jawa. They are furry, by the way. Yeah, they are. I think we had too much Romulan ale because everything got foggy, and I woke up this morning in a mod parlor next to Thundercat. All right, the Book of Boba Fett, Episode 6. From the desert comes a stranger, about 43 minutes in length, directed by the chosen one, Dave Filoni. I do have my Dave Filoni costume on. Yeah, a Pittsburgh guy like me, Boba Fett is back for just 5 minutes, which means this is going to be a great episode. We have very little Boba Fett in it. A lot of old friends return, and some faces from the past, from the Clone Wars cartoon, are back. How did David do? I think David did very well. This was an interesting episode. All right, we start things off a little bit different. We start in Mos Pelgo with Marshall Cobb Vanth, played by Timothy Olyphant from Justified and the original Hitman. And, Timothy Olyphant, he's got that Justified feel, that Western feel. He's great in this episode. He's great in this character. It's right in his wheelhouse. So he stumbles upon some pikes doing a drug deal in his town, and he's not going to have any of that. So he tells them they gotta go, and they don't want to go. So now we have a little bit of a showdown. I think it's him versus like three pikes, and everyone's getting ready, and the pikes draw, and Marshall Vanth takes care of business, takes the spice and just spills it on the desert. He doesn't need any of that spice. He's protecting his town. And at the moment, I was thinking, I wish they would have slowed the show down a little bit. Like the good, the bad, and the ugly, kind of focus in on each of the participants. But that's not our only showdown. We're going to have a second showdown where they do that very thing. All right, next up, all of a sudden, we're back with Mando, and Mando is in his starfighter, and I think he's traveling to Yavin 4, where he meets his old friend R2-D2, sure, and he asks, hey, I want to see Grogu, and R2 sort of like does that pause stall thing he did through much of the sequel trilogy, and Mando gets to see that apparently Luke Skywalker is using an army of ant robots to build the Jedi Temple. Okay, I kind of thought Luke would use the Force with his students to build the temple, but Luke's cheating. That's all right. All right, and next scene, we have Grogu being trained by Luke Skywalker next to a stream. And Grogu isn't paying attention with his lesson, his meditation, so he's stealing like frogs from like this stream. And Luke, to show him a little bit about what the Force can do, lifts all the frogs from the stream. And Grogu's like, look at all these frogs, man. I like this Force thing. This Force thing's pretty cool. Luke also asks him about his past and says, I can help you remember. And I forget if he touches Grogu or whatever. And we see a flashback, a Force back of Grogu at the Jedi Temple during Order 66. And we see some Jedis fighting some stormtroopers. Looked really cool stuff. Very, very interesting stuff in this episode. And next up, we have Ahsoka Tano approaching Mando, who's waiting to see Grogu. And I thought it was really funny. Mandalorian says, hey, I want him to be safe. Is he going to be safe? And Ahsoka says, there is no place in the galaxy more safe than here with Luke. And I'm thinking, oh no, run, Grogu, run. All right, so Ahsoka tells Mando, hey, you might want to leave your gift, which is chainmail Beskar armor. Leave your gift because if Grogu sees you, it'll just make him sad and he won't be able to concentrate. So Mando agrees to leave the gift with Ahsoka to be given to Grogu, and we get a lot of training with Luke and Grogu. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was awesome. I liked when they were walking along the path. Grogu can't walk that fast, so Luke would occasionally like lift him and move him along the way. I thought that was super cool. Then Luke gets the idea to put Grogu in his backpack. He references Yoda, and he's running through like the forest, kind of like Luke and Yoda did in Dagobah. Very cool stuff. Luke does bust out his lightsaber, and there's a training remote where Grogu is like dodging the blasts from the training remote, and Grogu will crush the remote. And Ahsoka says, oh, you're training him well, kind of thing. And Ahsoka also tells Luke, you're a lot like your father. So I thought that was kind of cool that maybe Luke and Ahsoka could be doing some talking about the Clone Wars, and Luke could get some valuable information about his dad and some good stuff there. So I really liked the scenes between Luke and Grogu. It just warms the heart. So, all right, finally we get Mando going to Jabba's palace, and Boba is sitting around the conference table with his crew. Yes, the Mod Squad is there. They're there in the background in the darkness, being hid, thank God. So Mando walks in and someone says, all right, look, we got our crew. We got Kersantin, we got Mando, we're ready to go. So we got cut from there to one of the coolest things I think I've seen in Star Wars in a while, a sand crawler with a dragon skull mounted on the top. Like, give me that, Hasbro. That looked totally cool. Mando then goes to see Cobb Vanth in Mos Pelgo, and we learn that it's now called Freetown. And Mando's asking, hey, listen, Boba needs you in this fight against the Pikes. The Pikes are messing with you. If we join up together, we can, take on the Pikes. And I think Cobb Vanth says, let me talk to my people, and we'll think about it. All right, and like the title of this episode suggests, a stranger will come out of the desert. So after Mando leaves, Cobb Vanth is like just, in the middle of the street, and the wind blows, and he looks, and there's a figure off in the distance walking into town. It's all blurry because of the heat. And as he walks closer, Cobb tells everyone, get inside, get inside. And up comes Cad Bane from the Clone Wars, the legendary bounty hunter Cad Bane. And Cad tells Cobb that Boba worked for the Empire. He's no good. If you stay out of this fight, you'll be well paid. And, Cad's working for the Pikes, obviously. And out comes, I think, the assistant, the sheriff. Cobb is the marshal. So an assistant comes out, and he's on the side. And I think Cad says something, to the effect of, well, we're not going to join the Pikes. So a showdown, a second showdown is going to be set up here between Cobb and Cad Bane. And this one, they do the good, the bad, and the ugly thing. The two gunfighters in the street, the one off to the side, they cut to each gunfighter as the hands get closer to the pistols. And I think it might be the sheriff, the dumb sheriff on the side. You can actually see like Cobb's face, like kind of looking over, like he's not saying it, but he's like, don't do it, kid, don't do it. Well, the kid's going to do it, and he's going to get wasted by Cad Bane, because Cad Bane's a quick draw, boom, 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 wastes him, shoots Cobb once, and and then Cad Bane took care of business and said, you better join the Pikes. Don't join Boba. I thought they handled that scene really well. I mean, the character of Cobb Vanth in this episode was great. He's got that gravitas, and Timothy Olyphant is bringing all that, justified feel to his scenes. So he's great. And Cad Bane, I thought he looked really good. They had the hat down for a lot of it until he looked up and you saw his creepy eyes. So he looked really cool. I like that. I like the live action Cad Bane. Can't wait to get that action figure. We need a Cobb Vanth action figure in the vintage line as well. Come on, Hasbro, get it together. There's a lot of good stuff here. You can judge a Star Wars episode by how many toys I want from it. I want a lot of toys from this episode. Get on it. From that scene, we go to Garsa's Paradise, the nightclub, the day club, the 24/7 club. And some Pikes walk in with that ice cream maker, right, from which carries the money in these shows. But the ice cream maker. And they leave it on the table and they walk out. And everyone's thinking, they left their thing. What's up with that? And I think just as they realize, oh, crap, it's a bomb, the bomb goes up and blows up Garsa's Paradise, because I guess, she's been friendly to Boba. So pretty cool. You can see where the Pikes are acting up, and a lot of people are going to want to join Boba to get their revenge. All right, and then we cut back to Luke and Grogu. And Luke Skywalker shows Grogu what the Mandalorian left for him. And Luke offers Grogu a choice. Luke also breaks out a lightsaber and says this is Yoda's lightsaber. So you can choose. You can choose to accept the armor. In that case, you're not following the path of the Jedi. You can go back to Mando if you take the armor, the way of the Mandalorian. Or you can accept this lightsaber that was Yoda's, and you can be with me and train in the way and be a great Jedi. I thought that was strange. Like, do Jedis strive to be great? That was kind of interesting. I thought that was an odd choice of words there. But Luke said, I can make you a great Jedi. So, and I also don't know why. Why does he have to choose? If it's was it Tar Vizsla that was both a Jedi and a Mandalorian? Maybe Luke doesn't know that. I don't know. But Luke says you got to choose the way of the Mandalorian. In which case we're done here. Thank you. Or pick up the lightsaber and you can join me and you can be my first student. And it ends with, which will you choose? All right, so I think Dave Filoni did a great job here. There's a lot of setting up things and a lot of good moments. I thought the characters, Cobb Vanth, Cad Bane, Luke Skywalker, Grogu, a lot of good stuff. Handled very, very well. It looked cinematic. The dialogue, for the most part, was very good. Beautiful. No big action set pieces, but two showdowns that I thought were very, very effective. I liked also how this episode seemed to slow down a little bit at times. I remember when they first got to Garza's paradise, we were just sort of walking and taking it in, and it was nice to sort of be in these moments and breathe a little bit. So Dave Filoni, you did a kick-ass job. You're the first guy to give us a good episode. Now, take it, Boba's only in it for 5 minutes. Maybe that's the trick. If you want to make a good episode, don't have Boba in it. Maybe. So what did you guys think about this episode? Let me know in the comments. You know I answer all my comments, so I want to talk with you. That's why I'm making these videos. We have one more to go. Robert Rodriguez, his third and final chance to bring it on home, which I'm assuming is going to be like the battle for Mos Vespa, right? It's got to be good, right? I don't know. He's gonna have all the action figures. Just throw them in there and give us a big epic battle, right, Robert? I have faith in you. All right, everybody. Well, let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments. Everybody have a great day, a great week. I will see you next week, and I will see you on the new.